All right, we're cleaning the silt and the gravel that's accumulated over the years off the rails so we can move the ore car through here more easily. So he's scraping that stuff up. It's actually really compacted. He's scraping that stuff up, and then we're loading down the ore car to take out. It's hard work. That stuff's like concrete. Okay, turning the camera back on a little bit later. I've got some more I wanted to show you here. That's my buddy working down there. We're still working on getting these tracks cleared out. Just came ahead. Don't worry, I'm working too. I'm just taking a break in between working to show you some stuff. I want to show you this just over my head right here. That's pretty interesting. Look at these globules or whatever hanging down off these timbers here. Pretty crazy looking, huh? I don't have my normal lights and mine exploring gear because I'm doing working type stuff now, so I know the lighting's not quite as good, so I apologize for that. I mentioned there was a naked or bare section we added up here. This is what I was talking about. You can see the timbers stop here. I'm looking ahead. Super spacious. Actually, even a little bit of an echo, which is completely different from behind us, where it's really bad ground. But it's really spacious here. Opens up, as you can see. The communications cables still intact. I don't want to jinx myself by extolling the virtues of how wonderful this ground here is too much, but yeah, you can probably hear the change in my voice. And see all the pipes and everything is still intact. The piss ditch, which is what they call that drainage ditch on the left there, it's working great. You know, farther in, the water's running right over the track, and what you really want is to come in on the side like that. But there's so much muck and material that's come down, it's flooded the piss ditches on both sides, closer to the portal, whereas back here, it's still flowing perfectly as it should. You can see the supports or the lines right there still perfectly intact despite being there for decades. It's quite nice back here. At 600 feet in. I'm gonna clear some of this wood out. I'm just blocking the track, obviously. So carrying ahead. This is great. This is exactly what you want to see. Where the water's flowing. Last miners in here left some pipes stashed right there. We can actually probably still use those. Got some rain coming down here. Let's see. And bends around up there again. Pick up some timber again there. Past the rain. You see. They just sort of half timbers right there. There's not much on this side, but they definitely had some concern about the rib on that side. If you look at it, you can see it's pretty crumbly. "700 feet in. And then now we're back to regular timbers in this section. Here's a look at the ground. See that flaky, crumbly mix of slate and serpentine again, unfortunately. Yeah, see how the sides are all crumbly. And up here we have, see, I gotta throw that off the track too. That's just muck that's falling down. Up here we have Elm Street. And Elm Street is a little side drift running off to right there. Stops right there. We're at 755 Elm Street. See, we got the water running down the rails again here. That's because more muck has come down and silted it up, but that's what you really want. You want to see stuff go down the side rather than down the middle. Ideally, yeah, most mines, you just deal with it. It happens. A little collapse right here. This will probably be another project today. We're at 800 now. I don't think that's bearing any load right now, but we'll just double check, get all this cleared out. And if you look beyond, there's some more like little sections down, but I mean, you can climb through this pretty easily, but we need to get it cleared out, obviously, if we're running work cars through here. So that's the work for today. All right, I was just showing you guys down in that direction. We finished loading the ore car here, mostly full. We're gonna push it out, dump this out, and keep working this. We've cleared about 30 feet of track. As you can see, this was all under a bunch of mud and muck before, so we've cleared this out. And then obviously this is as far as we got. And as I showed before, you can't even see the rail here. So at least for the next few hours, we'll probably be pushing up through here, get all this opened up, and then it'll be a matter of just cruising along, getting stuff as you go, because it's not too bad up there, as you saw earlier in the video. So that said, let's get this ore car out. And out into the daylight. Isn't there a song by Matt and Kim? In the daylight or something like that. All right. Gonna dump that out. Oh, of course, it's all gummed up. Yeah, that big beam is stuck in them. Yeah. We have to separate out all the wood. Forest Service says the wood and the rock have to be separated. So dump everything out, and you have to dig through it, separate out the wood, which is what this pile here is. So now he's dumped it out, pull back a bit, secure it. Secure it so it doesn't tip up, and then we'll clean out that wood. Can't remember how much snow was up there last time I shot video on the surface, but you can see that a lot of it was melted just in the past week or so. So it's a good way to measure the progression of time, I guess, huh? Not a cloud in the sky. It was dumping down snow a week ago. All right, get some water and a snack, and we'll head back underground. Keep working on that project.
bad.
I look like a hero. All right, I'm heading out of the mine now. I just passed the 1,000-foot mark. Going down, obviously, in terms of number of feet. Got the decent light with me today, so you can actually see more easily. That's 933 feet right there. Got drift running back that way. There's one running here. There's a lot of old busted rotten timbers farther in. We're stashing those here. This drift just runs back to this huge cave section right there. You can see it did keep going. I don't know, I can't remember from the map if that was a stope or this was a drift, because there's another drift that runs parallel to the main drift that we've been using. I'm just wondering if that's what this is here. Actually, I haven't looked back here yet. Yeah, this must be that parallel drift, which you can see the state of things there. I'm not going through that. Pretty bad ground all through here. Now look at that. Another drift running back that way. I don't know if anybody's been back there or not yet. I don't think anybody has. This is my first time back here. You guys can see what I can see. It looks like a mess back there. You can't even tell how far back that goes. So I don't know if there was a ore pass there or what. There, ore chute. I mean, I don't know if there's an ore chute there or if a stope or what. But that's a lot more than just the rib caving in. I mean, obviously there's something there that gave way and dumped all that down. Almost looks like footprints in the mud, you know, little animal prints, but I don't think so, not back here. We are just looking back there and continuing out right now. Sorry for the shaky camera work, but it's hard to walk across these ties and not have the camera shake a bit. Some pretty good cribbing right there. Well, let me rephrase that. It was pretty good cribbing in the past. It's all rotted out now. You can see. And I remember there was something running back here. Yeah, that has got, yeah, look. That ties into what we were just looking down. There's a little side spur loop that goes back to there. It looks like you could possibly crawl through that, but I don't know why you'd want to. Pretty good view of some of the quartz here. There's some pretty thick veins in here. I'll try and get back and show you guys. Getting rained on. Okay. One really nice thing about being farther back here is that you can stand up straight. I'm a little hunched over. Let's see, we're at 800 feet now. The first 300 or 400 feet, you cannot stand up straight. You're just hunched over the whole way. It's awful. And then this is Elm Street, which I think I've shown you guys before. We might make this the refuge chamber, so we're keeping that clean for now. It's got good size. The rock back there is fairly solid, so might make that the refuge chamber. There's just one little section, a couple feet from the back, that there's a vein of serpentine that's kind of soft, but you can work around such things.